Hey, we'll get started here around 8 o'clock. Give people some time to feed in. What's going on, man? How you doing? Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Thanks, man. It's my first time getting on live, so not exactly sure if there's any hiccups in this or not. I'm hoping we get some people on, man. That's the goal. I'd like to get around 10 people to kind of get the action going. I did bring out a bunch of this stuff because I figured maybe you would like that. You have this one? Yeah, that's a great card, man. I don't know if you saw the other day, but out of this set here, the Be a Player, there was a Lemieux autograph version of this, plus the Dole, which has the jersey and the stick auto. Really, really sweet. I have the Dole, I don't have the single, but I got outbid at the last second. Yeah, it's like a $400 card now. Where do you live at, man? Ah, I got you. Yeah, I grew up just north of Pittsburgh in like the Slippery Rock, Franklin, Grove City area. Yeah, I had a pretty large, massive Lemieux collection. I wish I would have kept the digital images I had of it so I could have shown you. But I probably had, I don't know, 150 to 200 autos, maybe three or 400 jerseys, all older stuff too, from like 98 all the way through the mid 2000s, all the upper deck jerseys, things like that that are pretty tough to get. But there's a guy in Arizona that's got a super collection, and I've been selling to him for about 2 years now. And I've pretty much got all but maybe, I don't know, 10 cards that I'm going to move to him out of my collection. So I don't know. I've got like 15 or 20 Lemieux I'm keeping for the long haul, but the rest I've sold to him over time. Yeah, yeah. But it was high end stuff, and four or five, $600 cards, and this guy wanted them, so it allowed me to buy some other stuff. Yeah, keep everything. I know you can't, man. It's too hard. I used to have a big Ohio State collection too, and I ended up selling that, getting rid of most of it anyway, keeping some nicer pieces that I wanted for myself, but most of it I've moved over and converted to vintage rookies or modern day higher end cards like Harper rookies and things like that that I think have more upward momentum in the future. I wish I would have got on that Breeze train sooner, man. I waited too long. I got the SP Gold out of 100, mint 9, and then I got the Topps Chrome. So two nice ones, but I waited way too long, man. I should have jumped on that a long time earlier. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know. And then Aaron Rodgers stuff, it keeps picking up as well. So it's just you gotta the quarterback thing I think is where we're headed, right? So running backs are kind of tailing off and we'll see. I think Barkley has some good upside long term, hopefully if he doesn't get injured. Same thing with Zeke. And then, obviously Adrian Peterson at the end of his career. So unfortunate about Kareem Hunt, man. I don't know what's up with these guys, but he could have been one of them downhill long term backs too. But the day and age of having a 10,000 yard rusher is pretty rare. And now, I mean, you look at like kids like Christian McCaffrey, who you're going to start seeing more of that Brian Westbrook, I think, kind of approach to the way we play the game and the stats, where you're going to have 6,000 yards rushing and 4,000 yards receiving in your career to get to your 10,000 total yards. I kind of think that's where we're going to be headed. Even Zeke, if you look at this year, man, he's got like 65 receptions, which is almost double what he had through the rest of the years he had in his career. So even he's trending that way. If you look at his yards per carry, if he was to have the same yards per carry or same amount of carries as he had in the past years, he would be pushing his rookie of the year rushing title numbers. Yeah, same thing with Lev Bell, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I agree, man. I don't know. It's funny because we talk about system players, right? I think a lot of what we do in the NFL and what we see is all system based. I mean, to have success, you have to have a good system and you have to have good components, right? Like good players, and that mix is what gives you success. You look at like Kansas City and things like that, right? But yeah, I agree, man. Like L. Bell, this guy comes out, thinks he wants X amount of dollars, But James Conner, he's a plug and play. The system allows him to be successful. And then you look at Samuel and what he's able to do too. So, really going to hurt his money, I think, in free agency next year. So we'll see. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy stuff. But from an investment perspective, I didn't go heavy on Le'Veon Bell, so I've got a lot of nice refractors that I want to get slabbed eventually, and maybe one or two autos, but nothing crazy. I'm kind of glad I didn't invest high in him either. Tell you what's tough, man. That Antonio Brown contenders card in Gem 10, it continues to rise too. So he doesn't get the love I don't think that like Larry Fitzgerald and those guys got necessarily, but he's he's a baller. He's a good player. We got four guys on here now. Guys, we're trying to get around 10 people, and then I'll start loading up some cards. Got quite a bit of stuff. I'd say low to mid end stuff. So a lot of rookies, inserts, some graded stuff, some jerseys and autos, a little bit of a mix. Hopefully you guys will like it. Yeah, same thing with me on AB. Like I was still when I was in my Lemieux stage and my Steelers cards and things like that I wasn't really into at the time. But when I initially sold off the Ohio State collection, I went back and picked up a bunch of old '70s Steeler stuff in decent grade and started from there to build up my collection back into vintage. I'll tell you what, man, these modern cards now, they're so hard to pass up, man. These prisms, I'm hooked on the reds, so the red autos. That's kind of where I'm trending. Um, Try to get a few of those cards of each core player as we move through the years. Yeah, yeah. I was talking with Fabian from Connecticut Sports Cards today, and it's kind of what we were talking about. When Zeke came into the league, I couldn't afford, man, to keep up with all of his cards and the hype and the amount of production that they were putting out with Panini and being able to buy out all up. So that's when I decided it was time to just switch my collection around. So I just picked up a cool Zeke. You'll see it in one of my mail days here in the next couple days. But trying to get like one core rookie of each main player. That's kind of where I'm headed right now for modern players. And then allow me to still have time to pick up some vintage over the years here, hopefully. But it's gonna be a good mix today. I've got some hockey. I don't know if you guys are into hockey. Got some baseball, some football, little bit of basketball, not a lot. Most stuff will start off at a 99 cents or a quarter, whatever. There's a few things in here that'll have kind of a reserve price, if you will. Nothing high, nothing crazy. Kind of doing this, because we're all here in the hobby, man. I want to make sure that you guys can get some stuff you want, and I can move it without having to go to the bay to do it. I think this format's fantastic. I don't know if I'll continue to do auctions on here. Maybe try to a little bit, but I know when I was talking with Michael Fabian today, same thing. Like with Maiko and everybody else starting these, if someone would generate a really good platform for auctions on YouTube, and saying that like Eloy, all those guys are doing a great job, but you take it to the next level, kind of like a PWCC kind of approach. I think you could change the way that card collecting is done even through eBay at this point, just from the amount of fees that we're paying to list and sell things. But you have to require to get the audience, right? So that's the key. What do you guys want to start with? We got 5 people. I'll throw a few cards up. You guys want to start with baseball, basketball, hockey? What are you guys thinking? I show 4 people, but I don't think there might only be you, Bob. And then you are going to get all my cards for nothing. So, but that's good though for you. So I don't mind. Surprise you. It's football season, huh? All right. We'll just start with an auto that I got sitting right here. What's up, Scooney? How you doing, brother? All right. How about a Poe auto refractor? Not a huge card, but he has a two-time Pro Bowl, having a solid career, still on the roster. Any takers? Start them at $1. I might have like a few pack of cards, man. Not much. See, I think the problem is you gotta wait till like 11:30 when all the West Coast people can get on too, kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know how to check on here to see how you can see who's in and who's not, rather unless they make the some kind of announcement. Murph clicks Lyman. Yeah, well, that's true. All right, hold on. So let's take him out for a minute. All right. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So now I can see. There we go. All right, cool. Anybody in the room going for Michael Thomas? Hey, most of these cards, guys, just so you know, are going to be pretty clean. I don't really keep cards in my collection that aren't. So, when it comes to grading, you're looking at 9s and 10s and probably cards that are 10 valued, but are 10 as far as condition goes, maybe unless it's off-centered a little bit here or there. But as far as the cards being clean, they should all be pretty clean. I'll bid on my own stuff too, if you want me to. Oh man, I'm just starting. I mean, you can start at a quarter if you want, man. It's fine. Like I said, most of this stuff is just like base rookies. I got a lot of inserts in here. Have a lot of got a few autos. Got some decent stuff towards the back that I think you guys will like. So yeah. You know what, Bob? I'll throw another one in too. So we'll do 2 for 50 cents. There you go. If it'll stay. So I'm redoing my floors, as you can see with this in the background. And I packed up my office. My wife packed up all my sports card stuff too. So like all my stands are gone. I didn't realize it until about 10 minutes before I started. So just bear with me on this whole little kind of thrown together environment here that I'm working in. But all right, Bob. I'll roll you at 50 cents, brother. Since you want to come spend some money today. But, all right, let's see here. Anybody interested in some base Brady's? I got 4 different ones here. You got the Donruss, Topps Chrome, Prism, and another Donruss. I don't know, 50 cents to start. They should grade 10s, I'd guess, pretty clean on these ones. And you guys aren't happy with anything you receive from me, just like in eBay, man, just hit me up. We'll make it right. My eBay is going to be more due. So MOREDEW on eBay. So if you guys check me out on there too, you'll see I got 100% feedback. I've got over, I don't know, 1,800 transactions, something like that. So yeah, I know. Skinny, like I collect a lot of what you collect in my PC. So as far as my collection goes that I have, I think we have a lot of similarity. It may not be the same players, but similar type of cards for sure. It's just I don't do a lot with Green Bay as far as obviously the players. Brett Favre, Horning, maybe a couple stars here and there that I have in my collection. But I do like the old vintage rookies, the PSA stuff, the higher end stuff. Yeah, all game use stuff. Yeah, so I've quite a bit of that too. But I've really pared down my collection. Here, Bob, 50 cents, man. So it's getting there. It's just taking time for that to get rolling. I don't know that I'll be. So kind of some of the stuff I have on the other end here for these cards, just so you guys know kind of what to be expecting. It's gonna be stuff like a Portis rookie, maybe some Brandon Cooks contenders. Got some Keenan Allen here, some 90s inserts, some game used materials. This is nice, this Peterson. I picked this up this year. It's a little off-centered, obviously, but these are the black version. It's out of 61, I think it is. Somewhere on the back there. 55, there you go. Holt from 99. Rookie out of 300. So this is the kind of stuff I'm planning to auction off. As far as older stuff goes, I mean, I've even got some stuff, like this Carson Palmer autograph out of SPX. I thought it would grade maybe a 9, so I have it in the sleeve for sending off the grading. Got some stuff from the early 2000s. Let's get a Moss. Thomas Jones. These are all real clean as well. I've just come to this thought process on, I don't know what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of anymore. So if I'm unsure about players or cards, I'm going to start moving them for now. Got some Vicks. Like the Freeman. Nice Plaxico, Bob. It's actually a tough card out of 500 back then. That was pretty low numbered in the SPX world. Another Freeman auto. What else we got in here? We're gonna have some refractor type action going on. Got a few different things in that realm. What else? Here you go, Bob. Another plaques. Got some basketball stuff. What we got here? These are cool, man. These sets right here. Have you guys seen a lot of these? These Duncan Go Nuts cards? They're pretty sweet. This is McGrady. Tony Parker. So I've got some stuff in here. Just trying to get some people on that wanna pick up some stuff, Maybe what the goal here is to yeah, the Thomas Jones are nice, man. It's crazy how he has no hobby love and 10,000 yard back. I think it's because he played for so many teams to get to his 10,000 yards that he doesn't really have a team, you could say, to like he really gravitates towards. So that kind of loses, I think, some of his hobby. But the guy was great, and those are probably like 9s and 10s. They're really clean cards. But for me, it's like, do I want to pay to go get it graded, to put it in the collection? Because I really am leaning towards just all graded cards in my collection. I got lots. See, I'm all over the place. Well, 96 different Tim Hardaway rookies in here. So They're all, I mean, really nice. Centering might be the only issue in them, but as far as corners and edges and surface and stuff, these are all really nice cards. Hey Bob, you ever get into the score sets from hockey? These Young Gun sets and traded sets? So this is like a whole stack of Fedorov and Lindros, and I think there was probably about 80 in here. And I got them from New England Sports Cards. Yeah, Lindros tough, man. And so I went through and I picked out some, like, I don't know, maybe two of each player that I wanted out of the Fedorov and Lindros to try to get 10s on. It's like a $70 card if you can get a 10 on it. So it's pretty tough. There's a little pop on them too. But I had this whole stack. I'm like, I'm not going to send in 50 cards of each player. So, just little things like this that are in here. Let's see here. Ah, Scooney, I do got, dude, I do got something for you, man. Not that you would buy this, it's just for fun, but I figured you might like this card. This is actually a really cool card. I wish they had like a artist proof version of it. Do you remember this? Cheesehead card. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There was a variation version, I think, or this may be the gold and there was a silver. I'm not sure, something like that. But all right, name some players you guys want to see, man. I'll show you what I got. And if there's any certain players you're looking for, I don't got a lot of people on here, so really gonna have to let me know if there's anybody specific you're looking for. I can kind of throw it out, see what I have in here. If I have anything for you, maybe we make a deal on it. If you're looking for modern players, I've got a lot of baseball. Randy Moss, I may have a few Mosses in here. If I do, they're just going to be lower end inserts, but I may have a few. Let me see. Yeah, I found a couple. I used to, pick up quite a few Mosses back in the day, and then I'd moved a bunch of them. Probably, I don't know, 2011 maybe, somewhere in there. And man, I'm kind of kicking myself. I probably should have kept them. I had some nice stuff. I think the only good Moss I have left is his press pass autograph. I think it's one of the only ones that I still got in the collection. Yeah, I've only got a couple, man, of these Mosses over here. So I've got the score players. It's real nice and condition-wise. Not an expensive card. And then I've got the franchise card as well. I mean, I do 50 cents on both of them if you want them. So 50 cents for the pair. Yeah, cool, man. Do you want to see what kind of Pittsburgh stuff I got in here, or do you want some rookies from baseball? Like, I got Carlos Correa's in here. I got Yelich, Story, pretty much everybody in terms of baseball. Benintendi, few Griffeys, Antonio Freeman. You guys into refractors at all? Yeah, I've got some pretty cool shine here, man, on a few cards. Yeah, they're veteran players, but they're real nice. I think it's from the 2010 Topps Chrome. So I think you've seen these in my videos probably, but I got the Holiday, Joey Votto, Longoria, Felix, Josh Hamilton. Actually, I know a guy that knows this dude. They went to high school together, and we're friends. And this dude's a really good dude. I mean, I know he's had alcohol problems and things like that, but really good dude outside of the ballpark, from what I understand from him. Good family guy, stuff like that. And then I've got the Pujols. So I mean, if you want to do all of them, I don't know, $6, $5 for a lot of shine. I think the pull house is probably worth that by itself. Let's see what else I got in here. All right, that's cool, man. I think you'll be happy with that. They're all in great condition too. Looks like it's just Bob and Scooney, man. You guys the only guys in here with me? Which I'm not complaining because I got two of the coolest guys out here on YouTube. But I'm like, I need to get my platform larger or something here to get more people in. So we can have some fun in here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I don't do a lot of like, I don't think I've ever shown my face on YouTube. I don't really do the interaction side as much as you guys do. And maybe that's what holds me back in terms of that. I don't know. I guess because of my job and the jobs I've had in the past, you know, I don't know, digital privacy, if you will, things like that. I try to keep a low profile just because of what I do, and you know, I work in business and I do quite a bit of stuff that way, and I don't know, just probably would never happen. Nothing would probably ever come from it, but just one of those things, I guess, you worry about as a from your career perspective. And we're only talking about baseball cards. It's not like it's anything crazy. I almost got into, so I almost started. You see my logo, right, with the little zero sign for the. It's kind of like a road sign, right, like speed limit sign, and then a little Hellcat image in there. I was gonna start up a channel, expand this channel into my Hellcat and into modifications and what I do with my car and things like that. I think that would really grow a platform because it's proven, it's been done, it works. It takes a lot of time and effort behind the scenes to do it though, just to get the content review. But I don't know if you guys have seen, man, they've really been cracking down on that kind of stuff, especially if you're videoing any kind of speed limits or takeoffs and different things in your vehicle. There's been some guys going to jail, getting tickets, getting shut down on YouTube, getting demonetized, getting press charges against them for different things. So I don't know. I kind of glad I didn't go down that route, at least for right now, anyway. All right, let's see here. Since I got Bob, I know Bob likes some of the stuff I like. So let's see. You collect this guy at all, Bob? Hey, Jim. How you doing, bud? Mr. Marte. Yeah, that's pretty clean. I think it's what, 11? Yeah, 2011. So it's clean. I actually picked this one up at the same time I picked up oh, what do you call it? The Bryce Harper, the same card. All right, you want to do $2 on it, Bob, to start? Gotcha. You're in Georgia. Where you at in Georgia, man? Oh man, I first for my company, the first meeting I ever had, or first field call, if you will, when I was training, was in Rome. It's a good little spot outside of Atlanta. Yeah, I live in Augusta, man. So I'm probably about 3 hours from where you're at, maybe a little bit longer, because you got to come to the other side of town. But yeah, Bob, you might be taking this for $2, man. Good deal. I was gonna grade that bad boy, so hopefully you do. 250. Oh, he stole you, man. Look at that. Popping in late. You're stealing from? No, man. I don't. I'd rather, dude. I'd rather sell these cards cheap and have them go to homes that people are gonna enjoy them than just sitting in a box in my closet, man. I mean, you know, that's what it's all about in the hobby. I don't have anybody to trade with where I'm at. There's not a lot of card dealers. There's very few people that actually collect in this market where I'm at. So for me, this is, YouTube's kind of my outlet for cards. So yeah, you still got it, Bob. What do you have for Duke, West Virginia, Virginia Tech? Yeah, hold on a second, bud. I think I got a couple of those. Yeah, exactly. You would think Michigan would have some good stuff though. Hey, dude, I got a good Christian Leitner card you might like down the line, but I don't have it with me right now. It's actually upstairs. Maybe I'll get it in a little bit, but it's super nice. It's the gold autograph from SP Authentic, where he's hitting the game-winning shot. Sweet. But West Virginia. Okay, so very little from West Virginia just because I'm from Pennsylvania and the whole border war thing. All right, so let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, no, it's a cool card. Yeah, exactly. But then you also got to be in the D, so I don't know if you want to be down there. Good old Detroit. All right, man. I do have Twitter, but I haven't done a lot on it, man. I just haven't had a lot of time. I'll have to get hooked up on that though for sure. Yeah, Lansing's good too, for sure. As far as Virginia Tech goes, I do got a few cards. It's amazing this guy still has a pretty good hobby. Actually, I do collect this guy when you talk about higher end cards of him. But yeah. So I've got this nice Vic 2001, numbered out of 24.99. If anybody's interested, start at a buck. Yeah, I'll have to hit you guys up on Twitter later tonight too, just so I can start building that. Yeah, you can buy stuff from me on Twitter too. I just don't post a lot on there, man. I don't know. I just haven't got around to it. I barely have time to do the YouTube thing between kids and everything else. Nice, man. You guys get into like a lot of razzes and stuff like that? I just haven't really got into it too much in the past year. I know a lot of guys are. I just hasn't really been a thing for me yet. Yeah, and then on top of that, there's the box breaks and stuff. So I've been thinking about getting involved in that as well. It just I don't know. It's hard for me because if I'm gonna spend a couple $100, I know I can go buy the card I want versus going down the line and buying something different. Yeah, I'll hit you up, Christopher, with that at the end. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah. Well, it seems like DJ got a bit of a dollar on there for you, man. Hey, what's going on, guys? What do you do with the VFW, dude? Hey, Christopher, if you want to bid in on something, man, just throw your numbers up, but then I'll hit you later on Twitter. Hey, Fiasco, what's up, brother? DJ 12. That kid's got some talent. I think he's going to end up being a good player down the line for Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense, Jim. What do you guys think about the new optic that's out? I wasn't too thrilled on it at first, but after you start seeing some of the inserts that are coming out of it, it's pretty good. I think I really like the downtown cards too that they brought over from basketball. Thought that was a nice touch. All right, DJ, I got you at $1, man. Got this too. This is the Vic Vintage out of Fleer Tradition. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I did 4 years in the Air Force during 9/11. I was actually one of the first rotations out after 9/11 to a forwarding base for our bombers back in 2001. And then I got out in 2002 when my enlistment was up, went back to college, and come from a family of military. My sister did 12 years in the Marine Corps. She had 6 deployments. And then she actually came out of Camp Lejeune at the time, and they lost about half their team while they were deployed. So she's been through it too, and sorry to hear that, man. That's sad. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So the Vic, the first one's in his college uniform, and then this Vic here with the Fleer Glossy. This is also gonna be in his college uniform. So there's that one. Any takers at $1? Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. I think it's the same. I think I have it set up as the same. You think I would know? I just don't use Twitter that often. Yeah, so it's just gonna be more D113 for my Twitter. All right, DJ. This one's pretty nice. This is gonna be the Pacific stock. It's the variation out of 500. Yeah, yeah, that's me, Chris. The Ohio State background, correct, bud. Anybody a taker at $1 for the Vic out of 500? What's up, guys? That's funny. The takers on that one? Let's see here. All right, I got you, CJ. All right, DJ. All right. right, the last Vic I got, it's numbered out of 1956. It's going to be the Heritage. Any takers at $1? It's on the case. It's like a bubble in the plastic, not on the card. Come on, DJ, you know you want that for $1. All right, let's see what else we got going in here, guys. Man, cards are getting dusty just from sitting around. Yeah, see, I knew you want that, DJ. All right, let's change it up a little bit. We're gonna go to a little bit of throwback baseball. We'll start this one at $5, just because they're clean. So, we got 3 really nice Griffey Fleer rookies. Looks like DJ threw up $1. So we'll roll with it. Hey Bob, you get into the Tiffany cards at all? Any takers on the Griffies? We're at $1.50. Yeah, I like the older Tiffany's. I think they're just clean cards, man. They look good. And the stock that they are produced on just so much better than what the traditional cards are. Yeah, that's how I am. I mean, mostly the rookies, right? Like the key stars from those years. So like the Puckett, the Clemens, the Bonds, McGuire, etc. The Bo Jackson's really taken off, man. Hey, what's up, Bronx? Yeah, so we're $1.50 on the 3 Griffies. Yeah, that Bo Jackson, man. I bought mine as a PSA 7. It wasn't a, it's so when there's cards I want in my collection, but I don't want to pay a ton of money for them because maybe they don't mean that much to you, right? So like you're like, I can settle with a 7 or an 8 on those. DJ at $2. So you kind of just you take what you can find, right? But that 7's now like, I mean, I think I paid like $25 for it. I think it's going for like 40 now, $50. That's not a huge jump, right? But when you look at the other scale from like the 8s and 9s, that card's really jumped up and it continues to rise. Mr. Lewis at 250. I got some modern baseball here in a second we can throw up too. Yeah, what's going on, man? Let's see what we got here. Sorry, I'm messing with something here. All right. All right, Bob. Looks like they're yours for 250, man. Here we go. Maybe we'll do a Topps Chrome lot real quick. Some rookies. One Topps card. Yeah, Bronx, that sucks, man, when that happens, man. That's terrible. So I usually have really good luck on eBay, right? Like rarely do I have issues on there, man. And this past week I've received two or three packages with cards that are just tore up, and it's coming from sellers that have like what do you call it, like 100% feedback. Like, so to me, the guy's like, "Well, the post office messed up the card." I'm like, "Man, the card came fine. It was actually secured really well. It was a Nolan Arenado tops update, right? So I paid like $3 for the card, which is no big deal, right? But then you pay like 250, $3 for shipping, so you're in the card for $6. You can buy a 10 for like $20, right? So I take the car, I leave him feedback because the car looks great. I open it up and I take it out, and there's all these like really tiny creases through the whole card. And I'm like, man, this sucks. Because like, am I gonna send it back and pay shipping or stamp even to send it back? I'm just gonna probably eat the loss, right? That's happened to me like 3 or 4 times in the last month. It's crazy. All right, so we got some rookies coming out. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Same thing like you're talking about up there with that Daryl Strawberry. So we got a Topps Chrome, we got a Healy, Alford, the regular Topps Mancini, and then a Zimmer Topps Chrome. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen, right? Exactly. So that's what stinks. Some of the guys are cool. Like I don't buy a lot from Big Boy Sports Cards because I know that like their cards typically have they're not perfect, right? So the chances of getting tens are pretty tough from him. They sell nice stuff though. Don't get me wrong. They have good stuff they put on their auctions, but I just know that most of their cards aren't exactly 100% clean all the time when I get them. But I had a couple issues with his cards, and rather than hassling back and forth, he was like, "Hey, next time you order, send me a note. I'll give you free shipping," which is like $4, which excuse me covered the difference of what I was going to be losing anyway. So some dudes out there make it okay. They work with you a little bit to make it work out, so nobody's really out anything, and everybody's kind of happy. I don't know if you guys have looked at Hoodie Sports Cards. If you guys ever really paid attention to him on eBay, he's got some really, really clean cards. I bought a lot of chrome off him. I'd say probably 85% of it's PSA worthy. So that's another one to look at. Yeah, I saw that, man. Shipping going up. Anybody at 50 cents on these rookies? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just hope that people work with you on eBay, right? Like they're gonna, then you got guys that don't even respond. They don't care. They're sitting with 300 or 400 negative feedbacks, but they sell 100,000 cards, so it doesn't really even impact their totals, and it doesn't help. There's nothing you can really do through eBay to help change their habits. They're gonna do what they do, which is crazy, but it happens. All right, Jim, we'll put you down for 50 cents. Yeah, well, that's what they're in it for, right? Like they know it's like anything else, right? It's like diminishing returns. So they figure that as long as they can continue to pump out volume and economy of scale, right, will allow them to keep their seller rating where they needed to get their discounts. But eBay's seller ratings and stuff, I think, are skewed too. Like I thought, to me, if you have good feedback, but you don't have to sell in quantity, you should still be able to keep and maintain that seller rating. But I end up getting it every year and then I lose it, within 6 months because I can't maintain the volume. It's just not what I do full time. It's a hobby for me. Any takers on a Jake Arrieta rookie? Let's start at 50 cents. Yeah. eBay could do a lot of things, man, but if the fees keep going up on shipping and the percentage in which, I mean, they're taking like 10%, right? Roughly. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Um the 50 cents, I mean the 50, what do you call it? The 10%, and then you're getting charged on the other side too with PayPal. So, it adds up over time, especially if you're selling high dollar cards. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, by the time you're all said and done. I don't know if mine's that high, but still pretty close. We're at 50 cents, bub. You have to go to 75, buddy, if you want it. Yeah, there's been a lot of box breaks on the tube the last couple days. Man, I don't. So when I started doing this, right? When I started getting on YouTube and checking out videos, and I think Elite Co was the first guy that I found, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like depressing watching his mail days because I can't. Who can keep up with that, right? I mean, it's just I don't know if you guys follow him or not, but I'm like, I gotta set the bar a little bit different, the expectation for myself here. Sweet, man. Yeah, we're definitely gonna check that out. We got Jim up to a buck. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just fun to watch some of these guys and what they collect. I collect a lot of what Alico collects, just not at the same scale that he does. So his videos are kind of fun. And then you got Bob over there. I think Bob, when you came out, man, your videos were tough at the beginning, man. They're great. I got hooked early, so I'm gonna have to change the format on my mail days. Do you guys watch Rated Rookie? That dude's got some cool videos too. He's he picks up some nice stuff, some mid grade stuff that he wants to throw out there and get graded. I'm sitting right now, man. I've got like I'll have to show you a video another time, but I've got like 500 or 600 cards waiting to go get slabbed. And then I've got another 300 cards that are a little higher end than I need to get slabbed. And it's just I don't know how you guys feel about it, but to spend that much money to get it slabbed and get the return back, or I could spend that much money and go get myself some like awesome card, right? So I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time sending stuff to PSA right now. When they did their $5 and $6 specials, I was all over that every day. Every time they threw one up, I would submit 50, 150 cards, but it's just crazy. Yeah, dude. I can send you an invoice, or you can just send me money on what do you call it? Goods and services, whatever, to my PayPal back there of mored113 at yahoo.com. Either way, we'll take care of it whenever you want. I know where your channel's at, brother. All right, Jim. Looks like you got it for $1. Yeah, that's cool, bro. Yeah, I just wrote that down real quick. All right. All right, got a 93 SP Delgado and a Manny. We'll start at 50 cents. Yeah, Bronx man, I agree, brother. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna spend that kind of money on PSA, it's just hard. I've got like a nice Jordan auto that I wouldn't mind getting in case just to keep it safe. A few cards like that. But you're right, like the upside's just so hard right now to want to spend that money. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wow. What what held it back, man? Like what held the card back from getting a 9? Right now, Jim, you have it at 50 cents. Bob came in after you. Yeah, I bought my Jordan, I think last year, right before it took off in a PSA 6, and it was okay. I mean, it wasn't crazy, expensive. I think I got it for fair value, but I'd love to get like an 8.59. That'd be pretty nice. I think an 8.5 would be great too, though. All right, Jim. Let's see here. I got some cool little inserts here, guys. They're all pretty clean as well. Got this McGuire, Tony Gwynn, got an A-Rod, and a Sammy. All right, we got $1 on those. Yeah, I kind of went through that recently. I was on Mike Go's page today talking about that. I have Bob and I were talking about this earlier too. I've got a bunch of Lemieux that I've collected over the years, and I've got an O-Pee-Chee 9OC. It's a little bit off centered from top to bottom, okay, but I've seen nines and I've seen tens with similar spacing, if you will, top to bottom on that card. And for mine to get a 9OC, I was a little upset, but I understood it. It's fine, right? Yeah, I know. And then what I ended up doing was sending off another one that I had purchased, an O-Pee-Chee, and it came back a 5. And I have no idea why. I mean, I have no idea. I looked the card over with a scope. Can't find anything wrong with it. It's completely centered. It's gorgeous. Great color. I mean, everything you'd want in a card. And it came back a 5. I'm probably going to break it out and resend it and see what I can get on it again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it came back at five. I mean, I have no idea. Now I've got probably 600 graded cards, so it's not my first rodeo with like looking these cards over. I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna break it eventually and send it back. I just haven't got around to it yet. Back to what Bronx was talking about investing all the money into getting the card slab. But yeah, that sucks they wouldn't grade it, man. Did you what yeah, who wouldn't grade it back at our PSA? All right, Jim. Dollar. Yeah. PSA 2, like, they don't have the most in-depth registry when it comes to parallels and things like that, too. So, you guys click, you got those press pass cards, and so you have like different variations, and then you have different colored inks, right? And so Beckett like categorizes all that stuff for you, so there's at least a registry in their list that they have it. But I sent those. I had two Ted Ginn Juniors from '07 Press Pass. One was green, one was red. They both had red autos, and it's a variation on top of a variation, right? Well, my green one I think was the one that got graded a 10, sent back, and then I got a no info on the red with the red auto, and I'm like, come on, man, like just grade the card. I mean, even if you don't have info on the autograph, like it's a legit card, you know it is. So it just that stuff boggles me. Yeah, exactly. You gotta invest. See, and that's what I was talking about too, Bronx earlier. Was like I have some like Thomas Jones cards which are gorgeous, man, and they probably would 10. And I just don't know that like is there gonna be a lot of upside to them, right? Like probably not. But they're a great card. They're fun to have in the collection, you know. But is a PSA 10 of this card gonna be worth an extra $10 to the value I'm selling it for? I just don't know, right? So I doubt it. And that's like with a lot of people right now too on submitting cards. With I'll give you a good example. You have all these you have all these cards, modern cards too, right? Like what we're seeing. So like right here, I have these Dallas Geckos, right? So three of them, tops updates. They're a couple bucks, right? But then you get a PSA 10, it's a $20 card. But is there a lot of upside to it, even if this guy won five Cy Young Awards? I don't know, right? You're seeing that with Kershaw and with Max Scherzer right now, but I I don't know, long term. So I'm still holding out and I'm still waiting, and I'm gonna buy autographs of those two guys. Um, maybe the SPX or something like that of Scherzer. I'm not sure yet. But I think that's where I'm going to invest my money and not so much just in the tops updates. Now, these are great, right? Like, if you want an entry level card, like the Trout tops update, right? It's going to continue to go up in value. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, what are you going to do? What's that? That's so cool, dude. That is so cool. Yeah, we were just talking about how many different teams he played for and the fact that he has 10,000 yards and was a phenomenal running back, but almost doesn't have a hobby because he's not like associated with one team, or the fact that he had played for so many teams. It seems like he doesn't have that following that other backs during that era have. That's cool though, man. That's really cool that you got to hang out with him. Pretty big dude, I think, too, wasn't he? Well, while we're sitting here with these Dallases, let's go ahead and throw those up. We'll start all three at a buck. Yeah, those are rookies, man. Yeah, you got running backs, man. Like you gotta. Yeah, it's like Jones Drew, man. That dude. I think he has two. His two legs were bigger than his whole body. So I was just down in Georgia at their internal scrimmage game they had before the season started, and I was hanging out with. It was cool. I was sitting right beside actually Evander Holyfield because his son actually is the running back, right? He plays running back for Georgia, and so we got to see him, Elijah Holyfield, afterwards in their training center, and Jake Fromm was there, and Reed, their safety, a few other guys. It was pretty cool, but same thing, man. Holyfield, this dude's legs were the size of most of the kids that were standing around trying to get his autograph. I'm hoping Fields, man, comes to OSU. That's kind of the rumor, right? So kind of excited about that. He was cool. I get some pictures with him with the kids too down there when we were at the game. He played a little bit. I mean, he looked okay. He's definitely doesn't have the accuracy that Fromm has, but he's an athlete for sure. Anybody else at a dollar on the Dallas? That's where we're sitting with Jim. Yeah, man, Chubb's good, great running back. He kind of got overshadowed there at the end of the year with Sonny Michelle, but I think he's a solid player. That's cool, dude. Yeah, I didn't play much baseball growing up. It just wasn't as big in my area up north where I was at. Now both my boys play. My youngest son, he's done travel ball since he was how old was he? 7, 8, and he's gonna be 10 this year. And then my other kid just turned 12, and he's played ball since he was I don't know 6. So I don't know if they'll do anything with it long term or not. But my youngest one's actually trying to get into hockey. I'm like, dude, we live in Georgia. I don't know where we're gonna go play hockey. There's actually a team that plays up in Columbia, which is like an hour from me, hour and a half, to where the rink is. So we're kind of looking to get down that road. Maybe we'll see. That's cool. You play ball, man. Yeah, yeah. I did a little football, mostly basketball though. All right, Jim. I think I got you the dollar, man. You're just crushing the dollar bids right now. Hopefully, we can get some more people on here the next go around. Not that I will run up the bids on you guys. I'll take my core buyers. See. Yeah, man. It's gonna get fat. Yeah, I agree, dude. That's what I tell my kids. I think my youngest son, man, he's not fat though. I think he's like malnutrition because he don't ever come out of the dungeon downstairs in the basement from playing his games. He's down there playing Fortnite all the time. I'm like, good lord, dude, you gotta get with it and get back to reality. See, when we were kids, man, our first thing was to go outside and play, right? Hit the hoops. I used to shovel my driveway from the snow and I used to play basketball. That's how dedicated we were. And then if you just for whatever reason couldn't play, then you played video games. But hey, it is what it is. That's cool too, dude. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I got any cool stories like that. The only thing we have, a buddy on my team, um, got into this state all star for Pennsylvania. It's called the Keystone Game, and usually it's like East versus West, and we're on the East side. So he was a sophomore at the time, and Lower Marion was there obviously with Kobe Bryant played on the West team, and so now this kid was really good that I played with. He played amateur ball right, like over in Europe and stuff. But he was like, Kobe had 32 points at halftime, and he was just jumping from the foul line, dunking on dudes. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, the parents. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's the only thing about I coach baseball, so I coach I coach some travel and I coach rec ball for my boys mostly, and it's just tough, man. To find good coaches anymore can be difficult, but so that's why I usually coach because I try to have fun and develop some of the kids that I'm with. But yeah, parents are always tough to deal with, man. That's the struggle of any kind of young youth league. And even my daughter, she does cheer, and it's just as competitive, probably more competitive than most sports that I've played with my boys. So it gets to be a little bit of a challenge. All right, card wise, let's see what we got here. So I got another 3-card lot. How about you, Darvish? Any takers? Start at $1. Nobody? That's cool. All right, let's see what we got here. Anybody interested in a Mark Teixeira jersey auto? I do like $5 on it if anybody wants it. Yeah, that's exactly right, Bronx. Like, sit back and watch your kids. Then the problem is that a lot of the kids want to look over to the stands and see what the parents are trying to tell them to do because they're in fear that they're going to do something wrong instead of just playing the game and doing what the coaches are telling them. You know, that gets kind of crazy. I'd be coaching third base and I'd have kids not going when they're supposed to, not reading their signs because they're listening to the parents in the background. So they're getting tagged out or thrown out. It gets old after a little while. Yeah, check out the back. Yeah, it's not a bad card, man. It's pretty cool. It's auto jersey. I think it's a second year card for him, something like that. Not sure. We'll see how he does. You got any Matt Garza fans in here? All right, Jim. We still got Bob Lewis in here, or he jet? How can I buy one of those cards from you? Which card? Oh, I see what you're saying. What do you mean anything auto? Yeah, I mean, baseball wise, I don't have a ton of auto other than other than what you've seen. I do have the Matt Garza auto. If anybody's interested, let's see what else I got. Ty Cobb. Yeah, dude. I got a reprint one if you want one. Anybody like Eric Hosmer? It's a cognac update. You can do $3 on it if anybody's interested. He was always spinning. That's funny, man. Dude, you got some crazy stories, dude. Tampa's nice, man. I like Tampa. I used to go there for work quite a bit. It's a good place, man. I had fun down there. A lot of times I'd go into Orlando and then I'd drive down to Tampa and fly back out. All right, Jim. Looks like you're getting it for $3, man. All right. Anybody interested in Benetendi Bowman's Best? It's a refractor. Start at $2 on it. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, he probably would laugh at you. I feel like that's funny though. Let's see what I got here. All right. What about a Devontae Freeman RPA? I could do $10 on it, man. I might start it lower next time, but I think it's a sweet card. Should grade well. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know that you'd be pulling for the Red Sox. I was glad they won though, man. Mookie Betts, man, he's just a baller. Great player, great kid. Let's see what we got. Here we go. What were you at 50 cents on, Jim? Oh, okay, cool. Anybody interested in the Thomas Jones auto? I can't talk tonight, man. Do $3 on it. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, I sent that over to you, Bronx, so you have it. Yeah, you guys have fun, man. DJ at 3. It's a great card, man. It's really clean. I think I'd be happy with it. They've just been talking about it all night, so I figured I'd throw it up there. I could do 5 on the Bowman's Best if anybody's interested. It's another good card. If not, it's okay, guys. All right. All right, a couple more cards, guys. I got a hard stop around 9:30. Let's see here. Anybody want to do a Brandon Ingram for $1? DJ, what's the 5 for? Is that for the other Thomas Jones? Hey DJ, is the 5 for the Thomas Jones, bud? I'll set that aside just in case. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I think you'll like those, man. Alright, the takers on the Ingram. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'm looking here for a second. Trying to see what you guys might be interested in. Anybody interested in Will Clark at all? Darvishes. Let's see here. How about a Chipper Jones New Age? Do $3 on it. It's pretty nice insert, early 90s. I think it's 96 or 95. 95. See if there's any takers there. Looks like most people jumping out, man. Hey, we'll go ahead and get this one wrapped up, and I'll set up in a better situation for the next one, and gives you guys a little more lead time to jump in. But I do appreciate everybody jumping on and who did jump on and who did bid. And I hope you guys enjoyed it and was able to pick up a few things to add to your collection. But do appreciate you guys helping out and just shooting it my way. But if you can shoot me over the PayPal plus the shipping, I can go ahead and give you guys your totals here in a second. Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. I really appreciate everything. Let me wrap up your totals real quick. All right, DJ, you're at $12.50 plus the $3.50 shipping, so 16 total. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not DJ, that's Jim. Jim, sorry, you're at 16 total. Let's see here, hold on. Yeah. And then we got $15.50 for DJ. And then Bob, you're at You're at 11 plus the 350. So 14.50. You're still there, Bob? Bob, I will hook you up with some other stuff that is more in your realm. If you're looking to move the McGrady, Portis, Burris, etc., very interested. Yeah, DJ, I'll post some stuff on my Twitter page. Let me know what you like. I apologize we didn't get through a bunch of stuff tonight. It's just yeah, that's cool, Bob. Just trying to get a bunch of people in here so we get people looking at some stuff. But I appreciate it. I'm gonna throw another one of these up over break. I have a lot of other stuff too, guys, that I just didn't get to tonight. It's my first time doing this, so I appreciate you guys hanging with me. But I mean, I've got a bunch of, I would say, low end but decent graded rookies too that I was gonna throw up. So we get some more people on here. We'll kind of go through that route as well. But this is the first go around, right? So we'll build from here. But I appreciate it, guys, because you guys are what make this happen, right? And I'm looking forward to hopefully you guys doing some auctions too, so I can kind of come back and buy some stuff from you. That'll be kind of fun. Yeah, email me about the Thomas Jones. Yeah, Bob. You must have been on, Bob, when we were talking about the Thomas Jones. I've got some other cool Thomas Jones too, though. I don't know. I just like his cards. They're just kind of fun. But I'll dig through and see what I got too. But yeah, guys, hit me up. That is my email and my PayPal. So you guys ever need to reach out to me, let me know. Once you guys pay, I'll go ahead and ship. I do flat rate shipping, first class mail. So you get your cards probably within 3 to 5 days from your payment. Obviously, with the holidays, we'll play into that a little bit. But again, I appreciate it. So if you need your totals, DJ, it's $15.50. Bob, you're at $14.50, and then Jim, I think who's left is at 16 flat. So anyway, but I appreciate it, guys. Have a great holiday. If I don't talk to you, I am gonna post a mail day video here the next day and a half. So we'll be in touch. Go enjoy the day. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.